There we go. You are live. You're good. You're good.
Okay, good.
You don't have to touch that anymore. And don't worry about your distance. You get as close as you want.
Oh, really?
These are very forgiving mics.
Okay, yeah. Better. Better tomorrow. Better everything. Good morning, Erie. Have you ever heard the words, it's cancer, and it's not you, it's your child? You stare into space, numb, frozen, not knowing the future, not knowing who to call, only knowing it's all bigger than you. I lived that road, not once, not twice, but 3 times. I'm Andrea Richmond, and this is Love Beyond the Diagnosis, a space for mothers who've just stepped into the unimaginable. Here, we broadcast hope and dial into real stories of families navigating childhood cancer. You'll find encouragement, storytelling, educational support, conversations with moms who know firsthand life beyond the diagnosis, dialogue from leading voices who are making an impact on the standard of care for pediatric cancers, and the resources rooted in faith to help you breathe, rise, and thrive in the middle of it all. Welcome to Love Beyond the Diagnosis. For the first time, I'm joining you on air. I'm grateful to you, the listeners who are tuned in this morning. Gosh, what an incredible day for me to sit with you, share stories from my heart, my soul. I hope the messages here inspire you, challenge you, wake you, or even spark something inside you and lead you to a greater life walking in love. Today I share with you the first of 13 letters broadcasting hope to the mama and her family who needs the voice of love. Whispers of unity in spoken word and courage found only in community. As September draws to a close, a month of highlighting, honoring, and supporting children who are diagnosed with cancer, I'm here to bring the caregivers, the family, but especially the mothers living this journey a path to the light. Without delay, in His perfect timing, I write to you today. Dear mamas, I see you. I've read your stories and continue to read your stories. Beautiful, strong, and courageous you are. I hear your battle cries. When you say, I never imagined hearing the words, your child has cancer, I weep with you. The diagnosis is nothing short of a walk through the valley of death. All the ways you arrived at the hospital, whether your child was in heart failure or had a systemic bacterial infection, excruciating headaches, possibly no energy and lethargic, experiencing bone pain. The reality of their health declining has dropped on your life like a boulder. In a moment's time, the plans you had for your child are crushed, and the answer is beyond you. Mourning deeply, experiencing emotions you never knew you could feel all at once. Shocked, sad, desperate, numb, overwhelmed, crushed, skeptical, the list goes on. These unforeseen circumstances, a whole new world full of unknowns. Maybe your first question was, who can help my child get better? Maybe your first question was, how can I get through this? Maybe your first question was simply why. My first question was, what is God's phone number? My faith shaken, my heart broken. This is bigger than me, my voice cried out early on the morning of June 4th, 2006, in a small triage room at the end of the hallway in Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh emergency room. The moment I learned my daughter Lauren had leukemia. The sound of my cry rippled into my father's ears as he sat there quietly absorbing the magnitude of an insurmountable conquest before him. In his wisdom, he could not find the answer to his daughter's battle cry nor his granddaughter's sickness. My heartbeat sped up as I felt the blood flow to my brain drain from my head as I trembled in fear, not knowing what I needed. The doctor wrapped a heated blanket around my body while I sat there holding Lauren in my arms. My princess, a winter's dream come true. I couldn't make her better alone. A voice whispered to me, "You are not alone." This is it. This is the beginning of a long walk on the road of life where you are now aware and experiencing a rare event. I didn't know it yet, but my circumstances would become more incomprehensible and beyond statistical reason. Unexplainable. 16 months later, I would hear the same diagnosis in my oldest daughter. The pain, the heartache. I did not feel equipped for the journey. My heart overwhelmed with grief. I had no choice but to surrender. Not just surrender for one day, but surrender day after day. Did I do this perfectly? Absolutely not. I am human, but it is my calling to share with you from the other side of the storm where I learned and continue to learn about love and how love shows up even when we can't see it, feel it, or even believe it. So let me encourage you today to believe you are loved and fully equipped for this walk, even if your heart is overwhelmed with grief at this very moment. Soon you will see the love and provision that is ready for you. As you navigate this life, let's go together and find the point on your compass that points directly towards love. The storm shakes us, but we have a choice to fight, surrender, and grow to fly like an eagle, adjusting to new heights. Remember, small adjustments can make the biggest difference. It is in this becoming that we find the greatest joy. Who do you look to in the storm? I asked. And I ask today, who do you look to in the storm? This is my promise to you. If you haven't already, you're going to meet the most amazing, smart, kind, gentle humans on this planet. None of them know the outcome of your story, but they will walk with you, listen to you, ask you questions, provide for you, your children, and your family beyond the diagnosis. I grieve, but I experience joy. I feel alone, but I am never alone. I walk in darkness, but now I see light. I hurt, but I choose love. I haven't seen God, but I have faith in his plans for you and me. You and I will rise. You are your child's greatest advocate. Every year, 15,000 children in the United States are diagnosed with cancer. Globally, the estimated number increases to 300,000. While I do not have all the answers, I am here to walk with you to the other side of this worldly storm and expose the truth. One conversation at a time, let's go together, find the light, and illuminate the path ahead. Tomorrow will be better when we focus on today. I'm here to light up the moments, dig deep into your awareness, be still with you, listen to you, connect with you, and build community because your story and your voice matters. So let's go together and advocate for our children, for the future of all children who are diagnosed with cancer. I promise to lead you to the other side with patience, kindness, humility, joy, and love in the space to discover what is unseen. Reveals souls yearning for a better place where no one is left alone, a greater understanding of love. So there's one thing I know for sure. Where there is love, there is hope, and hope anchors the soul. As I begin this journey on air with you, I believe wholeheartedly together we can discover the truth and walk through this world and turn our hearts towards love. And with love, all things are possible. Signed, Andrea Richmond, with courage from one mother to another. I love you. So before I leave you today, I offer you 3 anchors in the storm with practical tips for you to help you as you begin to align more fully with love and live your life in this moment. Just as a physical anchor holds a ship steady, the anchors I share with you today will hopefully provide you with security, strength, and an unwavering foundation of hope. So the first anchor I want to share with you today is that you are not alone. In the shock of the diagnosis, the loneliness is crushing. Today I ask you to anchor yourself to the truth that even if you feel abandoned, God has placed people, resources, and love in your path. So as a writer and owner at Other Side Publishing, I can't help but to offer you practical tips that will help you in your journey through the writing process. So this tip I offer you this morning is to write down one person who has shown up today in your life, possibly a nurse, a friend, a stranger. Think about them and thank God for them. I know when I was walking in my journey, there were so many amazing people that showed up in my path, and they helped me begin to process that I was not alone. I remember one of the first people that came into the emergency room was a resident, and his name was Dr. Graves. And he was the first professional inside the hospital that gave us our first sign of hope. He was the resident on call. He had been up all night, and he walked into the room and he sat down in the chair and he told us that he and the entire staff at the hospital would help us. And so he's one of many that over the course of the time that I spend with you here on Tuesdays on air, I hope to share more of these amazing people with you as you journey in your life after the diagnosis. And as a writer and who has written a book and found healing in that process, I encourage you to journal today with an open heart about that one person who has showed up for you in your life and how they have been an instrument to help you find love. So the second anchor that I offer you this morning is to take one step at a time. Your brain will want to plan months ahead, whether it's trying to figure out how treatments will go. You'll place days in your calendar. And with my perspective that I have on the other side of going through these protocols, even with the best planning, sometimes things change. Don't look for the outcome. Don't look to know the outcome today. Leave the outcome for the future. Don't think about survival rates. Don't think about anything that you cannot truly know. Just simply breathe today, one breath at a time, one moment, one step. So I offer you this practical tip for anchor number 2. Use a sticky note on your mirrors in your house, or on your doors, or on your hospital notebook, and write just today. Every time panic starts, or you feel overwhelmed, you feel that sadness, the guilt, the confusion, return to this. Just today. Today is the only day we are promised. Let tomorrow take care of itself. And if you want to get real fun and creative and have a sense of humor in all this confusion, I know when we were navigating through the unknown, we would put sticky notes all around our house, and they come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. And we had heart-shaped sticky notes that were pink, and we would write notes to each other and put them on each other's bedroom doors, sharing the joy of our life, cracking jokes, writing silly sayings. And one time, on a small piece of paper, my daughter Lauren wrote to her father, "I love you all the way to God's world, Daddy. I love you all the way to God's world, Daddy." He had it on his mirror in our master bath for the longest time, as a reminder of the love between a daughter and her father. So I remind you and I give you these words of encouragement. Tomorrow will borrow its own strength when you get there. So let's just focus on today. And the third anchor, which I spoke of in my letter to you, as hard as it might be while you're in this storm of just unimaginable circumstances, your life uprooted, your family looking completely different than it was before the diagnosis. Remember this: you cannot fix everything. The anchor is letting go, moment by moment, so that God and community can carry what you can't. My family and I had the most amazing and beautiful and kind and beyond anything I imagined on day one people, beautiful people showed up in our lives. They came with gifts, cards, places, experiences that brought so much joy. They brought the light. They brought love the best way they knew how. And to this day, I'm thankful for everything and every way they showed up. So today, I offer you this third practical tip. Each morning, place your hand on your heart and whisper, I surrender this day. And I know from experience, love will show up. So as our time for today comes to an end, let us open our hearts with courage to listen. Listen to God, the one who gives life as we search for truth and grace through Jesus Christ, the one who saves us and loves in all circumstances. I want to thank you for joining us on the Love Beyond Diagnosis radio show. I can't believe I'm sitting here on State Street in this amazing space that I didn't think I would ever be sitting in. But here I am, 19 years out from my daughter Sydney's diagnosis. She was diagnosed on September 7th, 2007. And her story continues to be told. She is a survivor. She advocates for children with cancer. She dances on her college campus. She is so courageous. She brings so much light of hope in just living after such extreme circumstances and through an unknown that our family could not comprehend. She was diagnosed at just 4 years old. She is now 22. She beat the odds. Her and her sister both were diagnosed with the same form of leukemia. We had no idea the outcome. We stood in places where I didn't think they were going to remain with us here on earth. There were times when I thought that God was calling them home to be with Him. There were moments where I wanted to give up. But they came to the words on their own. Never give up. We love you, Mommy. And so I share this wisdom with you. Your children want you to never give up. They want you to live fully and thrive in spite of the most difficult circumstances. When the diagnosis seems grim and the hurt hits you in places you never thought or imagined, remember, love exists. And there is love beyond the diagnosis. So today I thank you for joining me on Love Beyond the Diagnosis. I am Andrea Richmond, author of the book Love Beyond Scope, host of Love Beyond the Diagnosis, a life coach for cancer moms, founder of the Courage Bear Project, bringing honor, comfort, and support to children diagnosed with cancer and other life-changing diagnoses through the Courage Bear Project. We hope to give courage as a companion to take along on your journey with your child. So every week, I'll bring you tools to anchor your faith, bring insight from professionals and real stories from moms just like you. Please subscribe, share, and like this episode with someone who needs a little love today. And remember, let all that you do be done in love. Love on the Diagnosis is streaming live on my Facebook page, Andrea Richmond. The Andrea Richmond Show is on YouTube at Love Beyond the Diagnosis. You can find me at AndreaRichmondCoaching.com. I'd love to share more stories, more of your stories, on Instagram at Love Beyond the Diagnosis. You can contact me at takecourage143@gmail.com or directly through my website, AndreaRichmondCoaching.com. So my last ask of anyone who is listening is if you know a child diagnosed with cancer who could use some encouragement. At Other Side Publishing, we are working to provide every child diagnosed with cancer a courage bear. And with your help, we can bring courage to every child. Please go to CourageBearProject.com for more information. Again, that's CourageBearProject.com for more information. Next Tuesday, I will share the second letter to you, to the mama who needs encouragement, who needs to understand more about love beyond the diagnosis. So tune in to talkerie.com, 1033, 1059, or 1530 to hear my second letter next Tuesday, right here on Talk Erie. And till next time, I love you all, and I look forward to walking on this journey with you.
Perfect.
Okay, holy macaroni and cheese.
Go ahead and, are you on the slide, or go ahead on the slide and go ahead and leave live now.
Hit end.